We can now present you what is the impact in a positive way of an exoskeleton for your health. And maybe a little bit of background. You will see two video sequences where you have a red, a yellow, and a green indicator bar. That bar is being taken from the NIOSH lifting recommendation, the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. Basically, NIOSH defined an optimum in which you can lift up to 55 pounds without risking yourself being injured in the long term. That means standing straight, lifting an object about hip or waist level, no turning, no twisting, and good handhold. If all those parameters are set, you can lift up to 55 pounds and don't risk that you injure yourself. The more you now derive from that optimum, the less you can either lift or the higher the risk that you injure yourself. And so this is what we define as the green, the yellow, or the red corridor. And you will see those three colors in the following two movies and following two video sequences to indicate what is the actual difference between lifting with an exoskeleton as compared to lifting without an exoskeleton. We took two videos. The first I will show you right now. So the gentleman is moving forward. And what you can see here very clearly, and now I would like to focus you on the right side, on the bottom. There we have the small bar where you see disc lumbar. So this is basically indicating the impact on your L5-S1 lumbosacral region in your lower back. So basically there where the spine is connected with your hip bone. You can see clearly that the top bar, which is indicating the impact without an exoskeleton, is going into the red zone. Meaning, if you as an operator, as a person, make that kind of move on a repetitive basis, you have a very, very high risk of injuring yourself in the long run. The lower bar, however, only goes to the yellow segment, to the yellow area. This is the bar with the exoskeleton, meaning that we successfully take away a lot of the load that is being placed on your spine and reduce it. Therefore, we create the intended reduction and the intended prevention for you to keep you healthy, to keep yourself. Let's continue the movie to show what's happening next. He's lifting the object, bending down. And as you can see here, bending down, we have the same result. Without an exoskeleton, the top bar, it goes right into the red zone. The bottom bar with the exoskeleton, it stays in the yellow zone. That way we created prevention methods for you. Now you could say, well, this is a very clear picture, but you have used a very tall, athletic person. My colleagues, they are a little bit more small, or maybe they are female colleagues, female workers. What about that? Of course, we got you covered here. So we did the same experiment with a female operator. And same here, she's bending forward, getting the object, you can see it here. Same result, without an exoskeleton, the top bar goes into the deep red. With the exoskeleton, the bottom bar stays in the yellow zone, therefore prevention created. Let's continue. Just turning around, bending over, same result. Even despite the fact that she's using her legs and her knees very successfully, she nevertheless, without an exoskeleton, reaches the red zone no matter what, whereas with the exoskeleton, she continues to stay in the yellow zone, and therefore we successfully created a very strong preventive method for you and your team.